Tim Saunders at Wells Fargo Center. Tonight it's the Flyers and the Nashville Predators, and our game day preview is brought to you by Comcast Business Class. Well, the Flyers play the second of their three-game homestand tonight against Nashville after a disappointing shootout loss to the Winnipeg Jets on Tuesday. The Flyers are 2-0-2 in the last four games, but really did show some signs of rust in that first game after the All-Star break the other night. Flyers held only 13 shots in the first two periods. Got the only goal of the first on Braden Chen's fourth of the year, but Winnipeg tied it in the second period. And then the Flyers came to life. They outshot the Jets 13-4 in the third period, but couldn't beat Ondrej Pavelec and ended up losing again in the shootout. The Flyers continue to struggle in shootouts. In fact, they have the worst record all time since that was implemented in the NHL. But Philadelphia still has found ways to get points in four straight games. The Flyers, though, only have 11 wins in 22 home games so far this season, and that continues to be the biggest mystery around this Flyers club. Home ice advantage really hasn't been that of late, and Philadelphia is still trying to figure out how to improve their home ice record. Offensively, they continue to get goals on the power play. Power play has been really good. 9 of 27 of the last 6 games for 33%. Problem is, 7 of their last 11 goals have come on the power play. Flyers have been held to only 8 even-strength goals in their last 6 games. Philadelphia continues to be led by, well, the one constant, Scott Hartnell lately. Hartnell's got 25 goals, 7 goals in the last 8 games, although 6 of the 7 have come on the man advantage. Hartnell still only 5 goals away from tying his career high. But his line with Claude Giroux and Jaromir Jagr haven't quite scored at the clip lately that they had been before the end of the calendar year. In fact, Giroux and Jagr are both without a goal since the Winter Classic. Claude Giroux's gone 12 games without a goal, although he's still the best Flyer, without a doubt. 55 points. He's second in the league in scoring, 4 points behind Evgeny Malkin. Jagr did return to the Flyers lineup the other night, and he actually looked pretty good after missing a few games with that lower body injury. Didn't start the game on that first line with Giroux and Hartnell, but by the time the game came to an end, he was back with that number one line. Getting that line going again, at least close to where they had been before the end of the calendar year, is going to be an objective. Certainly will take some of the pressure off for the Flyers. We also saw for the first time the other night, Tuesday, the combination of Max Talbot, Jakub Voracek, and Sean Couturier. With injuries to Danny Briere and James Van Riemsdyk, and both are expected to be out of the game, out of the lineup again tonight, Sean Couturier is going to continue to get more minutes and more responsibility, and that line is a combination that Peter Laviolette has been thinking about for quite a while. Could be a real effective checking line against other teams' top scorers, and a line that can also score for Philadelphia. Now, the Nashville Predators come in as the hottest team in the NHL right now. They've won 13 of their last 15 games since December the 28th. Best record since December 28th. Nashville came back for a win in their last game. In fact, they were not particularly sharp in their first game after the All-Star break. They trailed Minnesota 4-1 halfway through the third period. Completely outplayed in the first 49 minutes of the game, but ended up coming back for a 5-4 win. They scored 3 times in the last 3.5 minutes to win that contest. Like the Flyers, Nashville has 9 players in double figures in goals scored, but they don't have anybody in the top 50 in scoring overall. Martin Erat is their leading scorer. He's got 5 goals in his last 6 games against Philadelphia, and he's on the line with Mike Fisher. Fisher, their hottest player up front, he's got 5 goals in the last 3 games. Of course, Shea Weber and Ryan Suter also give Nashville one of the best 1-2 punches at the blue line of any team in the NHL. The Predators' ace in the hole, probably one of the best goaltenders in the league. Pekka Rinne is riding a 10-game winning streak. That's a new franchise record, and he is expected to get the start tonight against Philadelphia. Against Rinne, it looks like Ilya Bryzgalov will get the start for Philadelphia after he made 33 saves on Tuesday. Game time is at 7 o'clock. It'll be on Comcast Sportsnet, or as always, you can join us on the radio. Tim Saunders with Chris Therien on Sports Radio 94 WIP. Our game day preview brought to you by Comcast Business Class. Visit business.comcast.com.